We'll be there for good.
We'll be there too. And we'll be there for good, Kojo.
That's right.
Kojo, so let's get into it. And the Ghana FA president, Keto Kweku, admits they owe former Black Stars coach Kwesi Appiah. And in fact, he's not the only one they owe. Coach Appiah has threatened to take the Ghana Football Association to FIFA should they fail to pay him all his outstanding salaries, which amount to $185,000 US dollars. Now, Ket says the former Black Stars coach will be paid.
It's not only Kwesi Appiah who is old. Okay, Senior Appiah is old. Richard Ole Kingston is old. Avamudant was old, but it's been cleared. GFA, is it broke? I never used the word BROKE anywhere. The fact that we have debts doesn't mean that we are broke. It does not also mean that we are rich or overly rich.
Okay, well, interesting. That is the Ghana Football Association president. He was speaking there to Ghana Web, and it's an interesting one. I remember the former Ghana Football Association president, Kwesi Nyantakyi, when he was being disturbed with Owen. Kwesi Nyantakyi said, Okafu Didi. Okafu Didi. You can't, because I'm Owen doesn't mean I shouldn't chop something small.
No, that's actually true. Okafu Didi.
So just
there's a song for that, isn't there?
Yes. It's just the abridged version. Kets is English. It says that the fact that we owe doesn't mean we are broke. So the Okafu Didi is. Then that you're copying all your copying things though. All you were copying your copying behavior. Copycat. Okay, so more money issues this morning, and the Accra High Court has ruled against former Olympics player Emmanuel Clottey, who had dragged Asante Kotoko to court in connection with a contractual breach against Tunisian side Esperance in 2015. My colleague Benedict also has the background to the story.
Well, George, so in 2015, Clottey was found guilty of wrongly joining Kotoko from Esperance in Tunisia. He was fined by FIFA to pay an amount of $180,000, which Kotoko were jointly held liable for. Clottey then dragged Asante Kotoko to court requesting they pay the fine, and also wanted them to pay his allowances and salaries he would have received while being frozen out of football by FIFA. So Kotoko and Clottey, at that time, that was in 2015, they actually failed to pay the FIFA fine until somewhere last month when FIFA handed Kotoko an ultimatum to pay or risk facing an international ban. They then arranged with the Tunisian side and paid the money. And with the court case, it has been dismissed, and a cost of 5,000 Ghana cedis has been awarded against Clottey. So what it means is that Clottey must now pay Asante Kotoko 5,000 Ghana cedis.
Benedict Owusu with that report. Now, Gordon Atram is the Black Stars B assistant coach and has been speaking passionately about how he doesn't want to allow pressure, from the fans to affect his team selection. According to him, he listens to the players more than the fans.
The fans also, they change the coaches, the way of the coach's mind. You want to be that, okay, people are talking, if I don't do it, and then the problem comes, blah, 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 at the end, you are the coach. Whatever that happens, what they are telling you to do, they will tell you, say, so me in my coaching career, I don't listen to opinion that much. I'll listen to you, but the decision, the final decision,
rests with you.
It's the players that I listen to. The fans, but you are not the one to tell me that, because you are me training. You were nowhere to be found. You are at your office marking your books and things. You cannot come and tell me why it is raining. I'm on the pitch. I know the players who can deliver at that moment. I have sacked them. If it goes wrong, I'll take my car, sack me, I'll go. In our coaching career, you have to understand that you are being hired to fire at any time.
Yeah.
So I'll take my decision. If it doesn't go well, sack me, I'll go.
Atram has also lauded the Ghana FA president Keto Kweku for the changes he has brought in the game.
Football has really changed, and then I think the structures we really had before is not what we're having now. That's why under 17 and under 20 we're really slacking back. We are not all that good now. But thanks to God that now we have a new GFA president, which is Mr. Keto Kweku. The measures he has really put on board, believe me, I urge everyone to support that man. We have been there in a professional way, and what he's bringing on board now, believe me, it will really help Ghana.
Atram's friend Michael Essien has also been speaking about his next move in the game. The former Chelsea player says he's considering going to coaching.
Probably. I mean, I love football. I know I'm a man of few words, you know, and a coach, you have to be very, very vocal. But I mean, with time, I'm learning. I mean, I've done my first, the first part of my coaching, my UEFA B.
Oh yeah, okay.
Which I already have that, and the plan is to move on to do the A as well, and then we'll take it from there. So, slowly, I'm learning and trying to get all these coaching experiences, and then we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm a football man. That's all I've done in my whole life, and obviously I would love to guide the young ones and to help them, to achieve something in their life, in their careers.
Michael Layton was speaking there to Super Sports presenter Carl Shabalala. Now let's do more, because the International Olympic Committee President Thomas Bach says he understands why the rescheduled Tokyo 2020 Games would have to be cancelled if it cannot take place next summer. Local organizers have said they will have no backup plan after the event was postponed by a year because of the coronavirus crisis.
You cannot every year change entire sports schedule worldwide of all the major federations. You cannot have the athletes being in uncertainty. You cannot have so much overlapping with the future Olympic Games. So I have some understanding for this approach by our Japanese partners. We are relying on the advice of the World Health Organization, with whom we are already in a joint task force since February this year. And there we are in full agreement with our Japanese friends and partners. We have established one principle, and this is to organize these games in a safe environment for all the participants. We are now 1 year and 2 months away. Nobody knows what the world will look like.
International Olympic Committee President there, Thomas Bach. Now, let me tell you quickly about one or two of the stories that are coming through. One disturbing one for the English Premier League and for all those who are supporting Project Restart. We want to see the English Premier League back, and soon. But Watford defender Adrian Mariappa says he was one of the 3 people who tested positive for coronavirus at the club. That was yesterday. Now, UK, the culture secretary as well, says, the return of contact training in elite sports could get government approval later this week. So he's been speaking about the guidance for the second phase of training, and that's waiting to be signed off. But is hopeful this will come very, very shortly. Phase 1, which covers small group training with social distancing, has been maintained and was approved last week. Premier League clubs have since called players back to training grounds, and we saw great videos of Kojo players training. We saw Chelsea players doing their bits. We saw Liverpool players, and I think Jurgen Klopp said, look, getting back to training after a long while was like my first day at school.
Yeah.
And look, some of the messages are coming through with regards to the copying strategies.
Let me read one. This one made me laugh. This one says, there was one guy in my class in spectacles. He could copy more than anyone with the aid of his glasses. And this is from Collins Owusu. People had strategies.
This song there, you see, I wanted to play Okafu, but you have to give me, if you do good, you do first. So
are you talking about this guy again, Manaf again?
I beg, no, Manaf. But this one we are all confessing now. See, from me in Chado. Okay, it's Chado.
Chado.
I see as
Chado. That's how we pronounce it, Chado.
No, but you see.
Oh, Master, Chado.
Is it what I'm saying?
Maybe the original thing is Chado. Maybe. But everybody who lives there calls Chado.
You see, the mates have found a way into dictionary here. So just across Kanis.
So is the mates who are naming our area?
The mates are naming the area.
I remember I was standing at the trotro station.
Across
I was standing at, someone is looking at me like, I was standing at the trotro station and I was listening to them. My favorite one was Odeko Kanish.
So Chado Mata is wrong.
Read them. Me says what?
Me from Chado. God forgive you all for confessing. Anyway, I'm complicit myself. I pulled pieces of paper and hide it between my belt. Wow! Hey! In the exam hall, can you imagine that?
Belt that is the tatapia.
But the problem is if one of us becomes an invigilator, then you know what to search. And now it's very difficult for a young man to
so you see, WAEC should be listening to today's show and contacting some of these people. These are the best invigilators. This Shahimfa.
The belt. This one is interesting. It says, I'm not a habitual copier. Now who is habitual? Have you seen a habitual TV before?
He is a casual copier. Occasional.
So let's see, on the occasion, what did he do? He says, I remember in JHS during the pre-tech exam, let me see, okay, I left my notebook I left my notebook in the desk, and that paper I blew 100%. So his desk, the notebook there, so I mean page 2, page 3.
Okay.
Explain what is technical skills, then just go and there in the right time. 100%.
100.
And his name is Pope Christian Bato. My God.
Pope.
Yeah. Essence is a sinner who fell.
He copied the name. He copied the name. But you realize that there are different terms for the act of copying in an exam. In your school, what did they call it?
Oh, it was no. What does the name? I can't remember, but I think copy.
Anyway, copying is copying. In primary school, they used to call it tolling. I did toll your work.
Also, you download. I think something like
download.
Dabbing.
Dabbing. Or school we call it dabbing.
Yeah, my school called dabbing. The boy is dab.
The boy is dab.
But you know where that comes from? Back in the days when you have a cassette and you want to use it to record music, they called it dabbing. Dabbing. So when you are doing your exams and you are copying, you do dab.
This one says
that's how you say it right.
Thank God. Kojo, I schooled in the 80s, the early 90s.
Yes.
Exams invigilation was far stricter then with no technology available. We had to practice sign language for weeks to communicate during exams. You're a signer. And you're not a signer today. So I have to tell you that A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. So when you hit the table, I'll just do 3. The invigilator can't find him.
So the time that they spent learning this Morse code, couldn't they have just learned the subject?
Oh no. Some things are easier to learn. Kojo, let me finish the story. It's not over. Let me finish the story. Okay, so communication is done whilst pretending to be playing with one's ears or scratching one's head. Another method was to read the questions, then go to the bathroom and dot your shirt color. Your shirt color with answers. So those who are part of the clique understand the meanings of the dots on your collar with respect to the particular questions. Usually, the dotted collar guy sits in front, so his collar is perfectly red. Wow! Hey. School days were great. William from Guma. William, you do all.
This guy has to work for. This guy has to work for BNI. Hey, look! We want to hear your stories. Call us. Let me just open the phone lines. All right, call us 0302. 216-541 0244-340-437. We want to hear your stories of how you were copying, tolling, dabbing. What's the other one that you mentioned? Downloading.
In my school, we call it Shingard.
Shingard.
Kim Prom is from Pram. It says in my school we call it Shingard. I like the way you guys are using names today. Don't say Kim. I'm Satawali. I'm Kim Promise. I'm Pope. Yeah. This one says this one way of copying. More easier than going out. Okay, let me see. Where is this message coming? Okay, can I get this one? Okay, no, I didn't get this one. Let me go through it. Without the picture.
He sent a picture of how he does it.
Okay, so I think it was. Let me look at it. I think it's the palm. Okay, writing in the palm. Yes.
Yes. So his palms are like the 2 tablets that God gave Moses.
So
let's talk to Koku at Lakeside Estate. I hear the Lakeside Estate people are wild.
Oh, wow.
Good morning.
Hi, Kojo. You guys are making the morning interesting. I remember back in the 90s, JSS for Kwakubo Escape Coast. I was a compound overseer. We did science. You know, those days, our science teachers were very strict and tough. So he set questions, Masa. I didn't know the head and tail of it. You know, most of us were bad boys. So at night, we went to the staff common room because I had the keys. I took the questions. Master, we dubbed everything. So we intentionally made some of us would score 70, some 69.
You were moderating the score. You went behind enemy lines. Let's talk to Jonathan in Tudu. Jonathan, good morning.
Good morning. That situation was like I was sitting at one place with a guy. The guy academically, the guy was no good. So there was this terminal exams. So I have to do mine quickly and then allow my friend to copy. What happened was that my friend copied everything, including my name. When the paper came, my name was too. The teacher didn't understand. So what he did is he compared the handwriting, and then me and the guy was sacked. The guy cry here. Why? The guy copied including my name.
Hey, so that's why you go and copy and the innocent bystanders in. Oh, Charlie, Evans is in Ogbojo. Evans, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Evans.
Yes, I attended Kumasi High School. And then during our time, that was 2006, the first watching. We used to have some guys in the schools who were the genius in this topic. There's one guy we used to call him Skytech. And before each exam, you go and scan all the news on a particular paper. Very small, tiny, and place it under his table. I mean, under the desk. Sometimes under his feet. Then you press as if these drummers, these instrumentalists, those big drums where they click on that big thing to hit the big drum.
Yeah.
And this guy will be deleted. And somebody will have a mirror, and the mirror will be placed in between the windows. So before the lecturer or the invigilator will come in, your picture is already shown. Then you know what you're coming to do or where you're going. Then you say,
the technology at work,
and that's what you're saying. Because the technology itself was difficult than learning.
Peter is in Tamale. Peter, good morning.
Good morning, Kojo. I think the other name you are forgetting is giraffing. It's also called giraffing.
Hey, giraffing.
Yeah, giraffing.
So were you a giraffe?
I wasn't.
Hey, I'm sure you're at work, so you don't want your people to know. Thank you, Peter from Tamale. Giraffing indeed. Hey, people have done things.
Oh, there are more messages here.
The line is in Bawi. Before we come to the messages, Della, good morning.
Yes, Kojo, good morning. Good morning. Charlie, I said I will copy. Senior, I get some handkerchief. I will call them spiritual miracle handkerchief. And no one, I can write so tiny. I can write tiny. You know that the whole how do you call it?
All your notes.
All the notes for the semester. As the IT guy was in here, I go fold everything nicely and then look, trust you me. And everything grows. And then my boys, my people, you know, the ultimate, you know. Charlie, it was bad.
Communal David.
Charlie. You know, it's not the boys' house. Maybe they stop the boys out. I mean, basically.
Oh, gosh. All right, let's go to Somenya. This is Emmanuel. Emmanuel, good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm okay, bro. What is your story?
My story is I'm the class prefect of my class. And I have a friend. So my friend is not all that good. And we were doing social studies. So immediately, the studies master come to the class. Then he give us a test. So we're all busy writing. Then the guy has given up. And he copies all my things. And he submits his work first. Hey. So after that, when I submit my own, then
you are the one.
No, you copied.
That guy is smart.
Hey,
this one is breaking my heart. He said, "Charlie, I copy and fail." I don't know why. I don't know if I copied the wrong route or it was
so the person you copied, maybe the person too failed. You might not know. Nobody sees.
Someone is in asylum for just a minute. Someone is in asylum down. Someone, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, I think I'm enjoying the show. I have two quick stories to talk about. I remember the first one. I think it was in the Polytechnic, and before this exam, I think the examiners and the lecturers had a wind that the paper had leaked. So in order to confuse us, I mean, we sat in the hall and the spacing alone, I mean, it was like a social distancing. The spacing was so wide that they had to mix us and we didn't sit according to our index numbers and all that. And we all got confused, and it was really difficult for you to even ask somebody for something. So I think that was very difficult. And the other one was in JSS when we had this agric exam that we are writing. Apparently, I took all the notes that I made and hid it under my index. I didn't know my lecturer was hovering around, and I think someone signaled him. He turned back. There was this window. He turned back and just came and stood at where I was sitting. Apparently, I drew the notebook and I was copying everything. I raised my head, and this was the teacher standing there. I mean, you can imagine my heart was pumping, and since then, I mean, I learned a lesson out of it.
I'm so glad you learned a lesson. You know, that's the point of this. Okay, I mean, we're talking about all of these escapades from our youth, but every single one of them demonstrates the fact that, look, if you work hard,
it's the best thing. And you know what was wrong about all of this? That we went into the exam hall with a wrong psychological, you know, or the right. We didn't go into the exam hall with the right mental state. I have to say that. You know what I'm saying? Because you go in there and you are thinking about how to answer the questions based on what you are put there. I don't think you are there. I mean, you are not psychologically prepared to answer questions based on what you've learned.
So you don't you won't give yourself the chance to actually exhibit what you've learned. You might be shocked at what you have actually learned if only you were confident enough to do that. Maybe we'll take one more call. Asylum down. This is Samuel. Samuel, good morning. Oh, actually, no. I think we've done that. Okay,
it's very important that I mean, I like George's point. You know, while we're talking about all of these things that happened during our youthful days, it's also important that we learn that integrity is key. So if you're going into an examination, study. And go and write on your own.
Sometimes your brain can actually do the job.
You can do it.
It's because you defeat it and say that psychologically I can answer questions, so I have to find another way. But your brain can do the job. It's all about understanding yourself. Okay, guys, let's do this. Let's do this. But there are more messages. I'm going to read them. It's
wait, before we close that down, one message from Charles Benoni Okain, and he says, copying is an art, not a science. Those who are always caught are those who do so thinking it is a science. You have to be born with it to avoid being caught alive. But then he adds, but seriously, you see why our economy is struggling. Copycats and and on that note, it's a